So I'm just sat in my car now, and what I want to do is I just want to check whether my battery is any good, because I've been getting a couple of warnings on the dashboard when I get in the car saying the battery is low. And basically I'm going to come into this part here, and I'm going to go down to the bottom, and right near the end you've got battery level there. I'm going to select that, and if you look at that, that can't be right, can it? It doesn't look very good there. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to plug in my VCDS and just have a look at some battery settings and see if it looks like there's a problem. Alright, so let's have a look in VCDS now. So let's select the control module, and we're going to go to CAN gateway, and we'll go into measuring blocks, and you're going to select 18, 19 and 20 on these here. And that gives you this. So not fully sure what all these mean, but some of them are quite obvious. So that's the voltage and the current and the temperature. Now this bit here is quite interesting to me. It's saying the battery state of charge is 30%, so that doesn't look good. Now the car doesn't do a lot of mileage, it does sit around quite a bit, so I'm wondering whether that's part of the issue. Battery state is shown in my 10%, well I just showed you that, so that's what we see in one block on that screen. Battery aging, now it says 59%. Small values mean worse condition, so I'm assuming that's not very, it's 60% aged. And this one, battery aging derived from output, so don't know really. Don't know about that, but battery capacity, I mean that can't be right. 1 amp hour. I think it's a 75 or something like that, so yeah, that's not looking good there. And quiescent voltage. Now I found there's also a 22 you can look at, which has got this total energy balance. Now again, not sure what those mean, so I'm not sure if I'm seeing some bad figures here due to the battery charge being pretty low. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the battery on charge and leave it on charge overnight, and then we'll come back in tomorrow and we'll have a look at these figures and see if they're any better. So I've now just had this battery on all night on charge, so what I'm going to do is jump in the car now and we're going to see what the battery's reading now through VCDS. So firstly, let's see what the car thinks of the battery. So we go down to battery check, and there. So the car doesn't think any better of the battery. So now let's fire it up, let's plug in VCDS and have a look what VCDS thinks. So yeah, VCDS, we go to select the module, and if you remember it's the CAN gateway module, and we're going to be looking at the measuring blocks, and it was 18, 19 and 20. Okay, so checking these out from yesterday, this looks exactly the same, and the bottom one, now this battery state of charge is 99, that was only 28 yesterday, so that's looking better. I don't know why the MMI still thinks it's 10%. Battery aging, well that was 60 yesterday, so that's about the same. And battery aging derived from output, well that said 124 yesterday, it was a bit weird. This is about the same, this is gone up, it was only 2.2 yesterday. Now this one here has gone up to 67 ampere hours, which is only 1 yesterday. So I'm probably thinking that the battery's probably alright, because it looks like it's going to hold its charge. If it hadn't have held its charge, I wouldn't think that we'd have a 68 ampere hour here. Now I don't know if you can't really reset this, but it'd be nice if that battery state, I don't really know what the battery state is showing, to be honest. because the battery looks like it's 99% charged. It's been on overnight, so that's what I expect. But I would expect the MMI would reflect that as well, unless it takes time and you maybe have to drive a bit before it does that. I don't know. That's maybe something I'll keep my eye on. Now the 14.8 voltage, that's because I'm at the moment engine's running. So if I just stop, if I stop the engine, it'll disconnect VCDS. Hang on, if I stop the engine, then press the button again. There we go. Yeah, so that's dropped down to 12.8, which is something I'd expect. So that's fine. And current's draining it a bit. It's because I've turned it on. If I turn it off, I think VCDS disconnects, so I won't be able to get that. Everything's turned on at the moment without the engine running, so therefore you're draining some current. So there we are. So what I'm taking from that is that because the ampere hours has gone up, now it's got charge, I think my battery was just about flat really, because the car, it only goes some short distances, probably twice a week. I don't really go, especially with the weather, I'm not really going out in the car. So yeah, I think I either need to use it more or I just need to keep it sort of trickle charged. But it's parked outside, so I ain't really got access to a trickle charger like having a Mustang. That does get a trickle charge. But yeah, if any of you guys know any better, am I wrong in what I'm saying? You've seen the figures on the screen. If you guys know better, then drop me a comment, let me know, because if I'm thinking that the battery's okay now and I don't need to get a new one, so I'm not going to bother at this moment getting a new one. It's never let me down. I just thought I keep getting that warning every now and again, and sometimes the door locks don't work on the outside. Now, you might have seen my last video where I replaced the door handle, but I had the car running for a bit. That charged the battery up for a bit and the handle started working after I'd replaced it. Then the next day, the sensor in the handle didn't work when I put my hand on it. Now, after I've had the battery on charge, I've just come to it this morning and put my hand in the sensor, the door opened correctly. So I think it's the car shutting down the sensors because the battery was low. And I'm thinking now that my sensors will work for quite a while until that battery gets low again. So what do you guys think? Drop me a comment below whether you think I'm right or wrong, and if you've got any more information that'll be of use to me and others who watch this video, then yeah, please drop it in the comments below. So that's it. That was just a quick video on me letting you know how you can check your battery VCDS and just see whether you've got a good battery or a bad battery and whether it can charge, etc, etc. So as usual, if you have enjoyed this type of video, then please subscribe to my channel and give me the thumbs up. It all helps with YouTube stats. Aiming for that 1,000 by March. It's just mid to end of January at the moment, so it's like 2.5 months for me to get there, so fingers crossed that I can get there with your help. So please subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks for watching again. Take care.